What is going on, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a closer look at the WAZOO cash belt and building this out with some gear that's going to help you in a survival situation. Now, all the loadout gear that we're going to be using is going to help you in some very important elements, and that's going to be fire, food, water, shelter, medical, signal, and navigation. So guys, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Without any further ado, let's jump right into today's video. Alright, you guys, before we actually get into the gear itself, let's go ahead and take a look at this belt. Now, this belt right here is made by WAZOO. It is made 100% here in America. As you can see, the patch right there. Now, when it comes to the buckle, you can open this thing up. And right there, you're going to have a nice little bottle opener. It also has a spot right there where you can put your signal mirror, but we'll get into all that in just a second. These belts do come in 3 different colors, which I went with the camouflage. As you can see, they also have black and brown. Right here on the sides, on each side, you're going to have like these little paracord loops right here. This one did come with a mini carabiner. And you got another loop right over here. This thing has Velcro, very nice, tough Velcro that's going to go all the way around this belt, and that is where we're going to stuff all the gear. So let's go ahead and talk about all the gear, how it's going to help you in a survival situation, and we're going to do this by the elements. Up first, fire. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get right into it. First off, I want to say that I am not paid or sponsored by WAZOO in any way, shape, or form. I'm just a regular guy that enjoys using their products. They're very reliable and I think they're really cool. So first off, starting with fire, what you're going to get here is, this is a little keychain thing that I got off the website, guys. This is your mini little ferro rod. And this is actually a very, very sharp ceramic blade. Look at that. Now that is going to also cover your food source and elements where you can skin out fish, skin out animals, anything of that nature. But what's really cool is once you close the ceramic, it's going to act as a ferro rod. So you can take it, pop it off the little keychain real quick. And then considering this thing is brand new, you're going to want to scrape off some of this black stuff right there. But as you can see, thing is going to shoot some amazing sparks. Look at that. So really cool, very useful stuff. We're going to be putting that in the belt in just a second. Alright, next up I got some pretty cool fire plugs right here. These are from Blackbeard Fire Starters. Storm-proof, waterproof, windproof, all that good stuff. I've actually made videos on these things. These are absolutely awesome. This right here is going to help you start your fire. So we got a couple of fire plugs we're going to put in the belt. And that's really going to help you be able to build a fire, you know, to be able to boil water or cook your food and just stay warm, you know, especially during a survival situation, or you can take it camping or anything such of that nature. Next up, let's go over water. So right here, you guys, I got this cool little kit right here. This is going to be your water purification tablets. It actually has some aluminum foil in here, which I'm not going to unwrap this thing. It has this really high-tech bag which you can boil water with, and it withstands 400 degrees, so really, really cool. It's all held together by these Ranger bands, and Ranger bands are going to be really good for holding gear together, and it's also really good for starting fires. These things are very flammable. They go up fairly quickly. So if you're in a pinch or something and you run out of fire plugs or you run out of tinder, say it's all soaking wet, you can resort to starting fires with these Ranger bands. Really cool. So also this kit provides a coffee filter. So if you're collecting water and the water's really mucky and stuff and you need to strain it, you have a coffee filter that's also in here. So once you strain your water with the coffee filter and you get it into this bag, you can use these little tablets right here and drop it in, make sure your water's safe, and you're good to go from there. So really useful. So once again, you get your bag that withstands heat up to 400 degrees, your industrial aluminum foil where you can boil water or cook food with, you get your coffee filter, purification tablets, which I believe this pack only has 2 tablets in there, which is going to be good for this liter size bag, 1 tablet for 1 liter, and also you have your Ranger bands. Let's go ahead and jump right into medical, because I only have a couple things that you could use for medical in this kit, and that is just a couple of band-aids that I got out of my own personal medical kit that we're going to put in the belt. Got some band-aids, and you can also use this cordage right here. Now this cordage, this is Tignora cordage. It's good up to 400 pounds. It's good for building shelters with. You could fix things with. You could even use this for tying something off. Maybe you got hurt or wounded and you need to make a sling or something. This would be very good cordage for all of that. So this is also going to be very, very well for, like I said, building shelters and such of that nature. It's always great to have some really nice cordage in a kit like this. So we're going to put some Tignora cord in the belt. Also, guys, got a thing of flat duct tape right here. This is also going to be really good for shelters or anything of such of that nature. Maybe you can make it as a makeshift band-aid if you're in a pinch. You never know when you're going to need some duct tape, and we all know duct tape fixes everything. So got some duct tape we're going to throw in the belt. Alright guys, and another cool item that I got right here is I got these tube tools. Now you can get these from WAZOO. I ended up getting a combo pack where you get all the stuff. So this is going to be some copper wire right there, where again, if you're building shelters, it can help you build a shelter. It also comes with a wire saw right here where it's going to help you cut down trees to help you build your shelter. You could actually get some sticks, use this wire, tie this thing to a stick, and make you a nice little bow saw. If you want to do something like that, I'm sure it would speed up the process in cutting, especially if you're losing light very quickly. So you got your wire saw and your copper wire. Another thing right here is this is 40-pound braid, I believe. You get a bunch of braided fishing line right here. This is going to help you in a fishing situation if you need to do some fishing, or if your gear rips and you need to do some sewing. That's where this little tube tool comes in play. Now in this one you have a couple hooks, a couple sinkers, you get a couple little bobby pins, it looks like, and a magnetized needle. Now the needle you can use in conjunction with this braided line. Like I said, you can do some sewing with this. If you're in a pinch and you lose all track of navigation, you can also put this needle in a cup of water, maybe on a leaf or something, and it'll always point north. So that is very, very cool, very convenient right there. A fishing kit is also very, very good to have in a survival situation. So that's covering your food, we're covering water, shelter, medical. Also, in building shelters, we got a couple little zip ties right here, guys. Now once again, it can help you build a shelter with, or if you just need to make a quick fix on something, you got your zip ties right there. Also, to help with your signal or navigation, we got some trail markers right here. So this is really cool. These are pretty much kind of like bread ties, guys. So one side is going to be orange, one side is your blaze orange, and your other side is going to be that reflector tape right there for nighttime. So you can mark your trails with if you're adventuring throughout the woods, or if you're off a trail that you're not familiar with, you can use these. It's going to help navigate you. Speaking of navigation, I also have this really cool, very accurate button compass right here. Now what's really neat with this thing is that these actually glow in the dark. Check this out. And as you can see right there, these things are glowing pretty damn good. Look at that. Super accurate, super reliable, very nice to have, and we're throwing it in the belt. Next on the list, we're going to cover some signals. So what I got here for signal is a nice little whistle. Now this one's from Nightcore. Very loud, very durable. It's also going to get someone's attention if you need help for sure. Also have a nice little flashlight. This one is also from Nightcore. Couple settings there. It's really nice to have a push button, especially when you're putting it in the belt like this, because you don't want it to accidentally turn on and stay on and kill your batteries or whatever. This one is 100% rechargeable, so that's what I like about this. It's also water resistant. Very cool, very nice to have a flashlight on you. Last but certainly not least, we got a signal mirror, guys. Now this is also going to help as a regular mirror. It has your instructions right there on the back. This one is from WAZOO, where you're going to be able to point it at the sun. Say you done fell, hurt your leg or something, you need to signal for help. You can shine this at the sun. Actually, I don't know if I'll be able to, you guys can see the reflectivity a little bit of it. So there you go. Nice little signal mirror, and we're going to throw this in the belt. So let's go ahead and do a quick overview real quick of what all we got before we stuff it in the belt. We got the signal mirror, we got the trail markers, we got the whistle, the flashlight, a couple tubes that's going to consist of copper wire, some braided fishing line. We have the hooks and the sinkers and the needles and the pins right here in this one. We have a ferro rod that's going to pair really nicely with the ceramic blade. We got fire plugs, zip ties. We got a water kit right here. Duct tape, Technora cord. We got some band-aids and a button compass. So let's go ahead and put this belt together. Alright you guys, so as you can see I got the little signal mirror right here in the slide, and it's just going to slide right in here. Close that thing up. Now right here I already got my fire stuff. I got the ceramic blade and the striker right here. This is going to be my fire section. Over here I got the whistle and the flashlight, and we're just going to kind of stuff that on in there. So it fit in there very nicely. Another thing I like about this belt, guys, is I got my band-aids and my zip ties right here, but these are flaps that come up, so you can actually tuck gear up underneath there to make it fit a little better. I love how WAZOO has designed this type of stuff, kind of like these tube tools where it bends into the belt, so it's going to shape with you really well. It's going to fit really nicely. As far as the cordage, we would want to put the cordage back here in the back, so we can find a spot back here. I'm just going to stuff that down in there. Gotta excuse me, guys, I'm kind of doing all this with one hand. And we're just gonna pinch it closed like that. Make sure it's stuffed in there. And it's really cool to know that all this gear right here is going to fit inside of this belt. So right here we got our trail markers. We're gonna put right here. You can actually tuck that underneath the little flap right there to make it fit better. As far as your tube tools, you're going to want to put them over here on this side with the fire stuff. Just kind of fit them around. That's going to fit in there very nicely. Got another one we're going to stick right here beside the fire plugs. Close all that up. Got this little button compass. Now we can put this over here with the signal stuff. Right here. Close that off. Alright you guys, I had to move the cord actually over here on this side and tweak it a little bit, and you're going to find ways for it to fit the best for you. I actually moved my flat duct tape over here. I got it up under this flap, and there is a reasoning why I'm doing that, and I'm going to show you that here in just a second. I got the water kit back here in the very back of the belt, and that should bend very nicely, especially if you're moving all around and stuff. We're going to close all this stuff up. But yeah guys, this belt is going to run you around $75, and that has went up a lot since the last time I checked on these things. These things have been out for years. I think when they first started selling them, they were like $45. But yeah, it is quite expensive, but if you was to ever need it, it will definitely be helpful. And there you go, you guys. Now you're going to have a couple little bumps here and there, but for the most part, this thing, you're not even going to be able to tell there's anything in there, you know. This is actually very well made, and I can honestly say all the stuff from WAZOO is built to put in this belt, you know, especially for their adventure kit and stuff. Now as far as the flashlight is a little big and bulky. I'll probably go ahead and get the button flashlight that's on their website. I'm sure it'll fit just a little bit better than the Nightcore one I got in here. But as you can see, there is a couple bulges. I got this thing slam pat. But let's go ahead and put it on. Let me show you what it looks like on me, and I want to explain why I put my duct tape over here. So let's go ahead and do that now. Alright, you guys, well, here it is on me, and as you can see, it fits really nicely. You can't hardly tell that there's anything in it. And this is a size large, if you're wondering. I'm sure the small and medium, you're not going to be able to fit quite as much in there. But the reasoning for putting that duct tape over here is, I know a lot of you guys are probably going to want to conceal carry. And I want to show you, if you pack this belt right, you're going to be able to carry your gun with no problem. You'll be able to draw and have no problem with that. So that was my reasoning for putting the duct tape over here. It keeps it flat, it keeps it nice and secure. You have no problems with your holster or anything of that nature. So a really cool belt that's really going to help you in a survival situation. Well, alright, you guys, there you go. I hope this video was helpful. I hope it was educational. And most importantly, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please go ahead and do me a favor. Hit that like button. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.